It's crazy to think that something this big would come to Rockdale. You know, we had Alcoa growing up. Everybody knows what happened there. It shut down.
Oh, back in the day when Alcoa was in operations, Rockdale was thriving. I mean, it was the largest employer of the city of Rockdale. People drove for miles just to come in to work at the Alcoa plant.
Plant shutting down was almost like cutting the head off of a snake. People were hurting real bad. Everybody was looking around for jobs everywhere, going out of town. And
a lot of businesses were closing. People were moving. There was hardly any employment here.
After Alcoa finished off, man, you know, it was kind of scary. You know, people didn't know what to do, or they had to go out of town, far places to go find jobs.
It detrimented a lot of people, you know. A lot of people lost homes, vehicles, you know. It had a real hard impact on a lot of people.
When Whinstone arrived, it boosted the community.
Like I said, even the talk of Whinstone coming into town, that gave Rockdale hope.
I never thought I would be doing this. I really didn't. It was literally out of nowhere.
Being in small town Rockdale, being able to like branch out and have the jobs that we have here wouldn't normally be available in such a small town. So
it's really cool to be able to work at a place like this, still live in Rockdale, you know, but it's kind of crazy at the same time. Like every day I still wake up, wow, you know, I'm working at the biggest mining facility in America. Not a lot of people can say that.
In 2019, when I showed up in Rockdale, Texas, with a small team, I never imagined what this would turn into. And today, I want the people of this great company to share their story with you.
Okay, I'm Luis Diaz. I'm an electrical engineer, and I've been working here in Whinstone since 2 years. And right now, I'm the director of engineering and construction in Whinstone, Rockdale.
We are a very large-scale facility. These buildings here are approximately 800 feet long. Some of our bigger buildings are 1,050 feet.
It's one of the biggest places I've ever seen.
Oh man, this place is massive. There's a lot going on here, a lot of moving parts, and I mean, something's always going on here.
Whinstone doesn't operate unless you have an inventory personnel, you know. We are the people that get things distributed to our people out on the slab that they need.
yeah, so because we have such a big site, there's so many miners, you know, whether it's a bad fan, PIC, chip, whatever, we just go through and make repairs and just keep everything up and running. And it gets a little messy sometimes, but we got it.
Pretty much trying to keep oil off the ground, water flowing, and these tanks as cool as possible. And I think we're doing a pretty good job of that.
We all look out for one another. We're all here for one another. And this is where we come to get our job done.
But on a day-to-day basis, everyone comes in, we get the job did. There's not any animosity towards anybody, no bickering, arguing, or fighting. I mean, we just come in and just get the job done.
It's funny how we get along, you know, different character, different cultures, but yeah, that's how we do it. We just start talking, share the ideas, and then find one decision and then just go into that path.
we interact very positively with our team, and I try to promote positive interactions with other teams and departments as well, just to try to make everything run right.
I love working with the guys that I work with. We're all so different, and it's really good to have that kind of diversity within our department.
I'm in the 50 plus club, and you know, computers back in my day were none to existent.
Being a PC guy, somewhat of a nerd, like I've seen guys put PCs in like fish tanks, you know, and mineral oil, and it was just crazy to see it on such a large scale, you know?
First glance, I was like, wow, You know, there's going to be a lot going on in this building, and I was really excited to be a part of it.
I mean, it's something I've never seen it, didn't know anything about, so I mean, I was eager to learn.
I was ready to see how that worked and how it was going to work compared to the air-cooled buildings, 'cause that's what we started with.
As opposed to the air-cooled buildings, there's a lot of things that are advantageous as far as keeping things cool and just optimum efficiency all around.
I never dreamed of anything like this. Building F it came and it went so fast. Like, next thing we know, man, we're at the end of this thing.
The construction out here goes phenomenally faster than construction anywhere else I've seen. And that's non-negotiable, it's not even an argument.
I was actually a plumber at one point in time. Building a house would take months and months and months, sometimes even a year, and this place was up so fast, like it was crazy.
Working at a fast pace is putting that lightly, and I think everything is coming together really well. Seeing the results over the last couple of months really kind of wows you a little bit.
One day they're out here scraping land, trying to flatten it, clean it. Next thing you know, they're pouring concrete. When they start working, I mean, it's moving, it's moving.
Oh, we were working like 60 hours per week. They're overseeing the project here on the ground every day. It's a commitment, you know. You need people who can commit and believe in what they're doing.
When I started here, Building F they just had a little bit of the walls up, and they were still messing with the frame. And then within the blink of an eye, they had the building was made. And we were right on their tails getting these systems installed. Tanks, pumps, miners, you name it, PDUs, switchgears. It was fast.
I think for sure that Building F was a learning experience for Building G. Building G is gonna go so much faster and smoother now that we know what to expect.
I talked to a lot of people, and starting out, people were skeptical, which that's any factory that's gonna come in.
You can go any place here in Rockdale, Cameron, Lexington, and say, oh, I'm working in Whinstone, the people recognize you and ask you, hey, how's work?
Food places or stuff, I usually get called out and say, hey, what's it like out there, you know? And I explain, you know, there's ups and downs, but it's an excellent place to work. As far as being here close, this is where you want to be, without a doubt.
Whinstone does a lot of charitable things to help with FFA. I was actually part of helping the dog shelter, repainting, getting covers put on correctly for the animals.
I think Rockdale and Whinstone have partnered together very well. I think they've meshed together, I think, in the best possible way that it possibly could.
We are bringing technology, we are bringing jobs, we are bringing new type of work, right? We got people who never use a tool, and now they're good workers, skilled workers.
They are always willing to, donate, help out in the community. They ask Whinstone for anything. They are quick and fast to say yes. Whatever we can do, we're in.
That's the culture that we have here.
It offers really good jobs, and you see so many people working here from so many different places. And a lot of the people that work here are from Rockdale.
Whinstone really gives back to the community around here a lot. I mean, I know during the holidays, they sponsor quite a few things. For some of the people in the area that wasn't working, or if their place of employment closed, they was able to come to Whinstone. They was able to continue, making a living, providing for their families after their old job closed.
It's, really given the small town of Rockdale the opportunity to grow and flourish from what it used to be. Having Alcoa out here was huge for so long, and then, with it shutting down, with this coming to be, it just provided those jobs again, and then more, so it's definitely helped the town flourish for sure.
Before, man, I was just from job to job and looking and thinking that I can stay here, or thinking that it was gonna excite me. But coming to Whinstone and being around the guys here at Whinstone, it's a place of home. It's a place that I can consider myself leading up and becoming something better. Has it changed me? Yes, it has. It made me look at life a little bit differently.
I mean, it's been a journey. I'll say that. The opportunities right now are like astronomical. I mean, we have so many things going on. There's so many positions becoming available pretty much on a daily basis. I'm really proud to be at Whinstone because it gives me a sense of accomplishment.
I mean, for me, it's a proud. I mean, I believe we are making history on the Bitcoin industry. Personally, I mean, the trust they gave me to help them to develop this type of building is I never experienced that before.
I came in and I was ready to rock and roll. I mean, I fell in love with this place. I enjoy my job here and I love the people that I work with.
With the amount of work and what all we've accomplished in just this year alone is something to be proud of.
Oh, it's been a great opportunity, you know, like I never thought I'd be a place like this and doing what I do. And you know, being a single dad with a 6-year-old, you know, in the small town where I'm at, I wouldn't have the opportunity that I have now to be able to just do it by myself, you know. So like it's extraordinary that I have this opportunity and I don't have to stress about that, you know.
Mira, trabajar en Whinstone es una de las mejores oportunidades que se puede tener en la vida. Es un proceso de aprendizaje, es un proceso de no rutinario, es algo que vas a aprender día a día. Es una de las mejores oportunidades que puedes tener para trabajar en Whinstone.
They've also helped me to provide for my family. As a single mother, it's hard to do, you know, raising 3 kids by yourself. It's hard, but I've been able to provide a better life for them. And it was them taking a risk on me.